What up? I'm Trip Opelka, and this is the Braves TomaBlog. We are just a little over a month into the season. The Braves are in first place. I did not expect this at all. Things have been going outstanding. I didn't expect any of it, so today I sat down and I made a list of 18 things that I've been surprised by from the Braves this year. Not all of them are good, but I'm going to bust through them real quick. 1. Austin Riley is on a tear. I severely underestimated him in a video that I made just a month or two ago, in which I said that I hope that we handle third base proactively instead of passively. Jose Bautista was not what I had in mind. He just had a bad start his last time out, so I could end up regretting saying this because I've regretted saying this before, but I'm impressed with Mike Foltynewicz. He's pitching like an adult. We'll see how things go. Third, the entire rotation has actually been pitching really well. Tehran's been pitching like a professional. He has generally like a bad start every 4 starts or so, but other than that, he's been really good. McCarthy has been very good, although he's going to have to do some work to lower his ERA after that last start. And Foltynewicz and Newcomb have been, really impressive. They've actually been starting to rack up strikeouts like we imagined from them years ago. They actually have K/9 ratios over 10, so that's really impressive. The fourth thing I've been really surprised by, there's been an irregular amount of roster moves. There's been a ton of roster moves. I looked up at the beginning of the year and I was enjoying the bench with Lane Adams and Peter Borjos. Those guys are, it's like they're gone. We had Chris Perez up and then we signed Carlos Perez. That experiment is over apparently, and we're back to our regular amount of catchers. The bullpen, there have been 16 pitchers in the bullpen thus far. We've done a lot. It's been a lot of roster moves. Number 5, Ozzie Albies' power. What is this from? I thought that down the stretch of Ozzie's career, he could turn into a 20 home run guy, but I was hoping for maybe 10 from him this year. It's May. It's the beginning of May, and he has 11. What? He could turn into a 25-30 home run guy in his first professional season? Number 6 is Dansby Swanson. Don't act like you weren't ready to just pull the rug out from Dansby during spring training either. He had a terrible rookie year. He had a bad spring training. We were really concerned about Dansby saying, let's just give Camargo a shot. He's been hitting the tits off the ball. He's been driving the ball. He's been hitting fastballs really well. He's been laying off pitches. And most importantly, he's been playing extremely consistent defense at shortstop. Very impressed with Dansby Swanson. And speaking of Johan Camargo, number 7, did you see the shape that Johan Camargo showed up to spring training in? I said it with Dansby, and I'll say it with Camargo. I'm not gay, but oh my goodness, like that's what a baseball player is supposed to look like. I don't care what you think. With the injury and then with Flaherty performing at third base, we easily could have just left Camargo behind and said, we're good, no thank you. We've seen it before. But then the gap power, and he's developed actual, raw power that he has out of the park power with, and he's a 7-position player. We're watching him develop into a more athletic Martin Prado before our eyes. Number 8 is the depth that we have all of a sudden. Do you remember 2 years ago we were looking at the depth that on opening day we had like Emilio Bonifacio. We had the worst bench in baseball. Now it might be the best. It's among the best for sure. We have the best catching combo in baseball. That's not even really disputable. And then, Chris Perez and all of those guys, and super deep farm system for catching. We have Camargo and Flaherty competing for ABs at third base, and then stupid Jose Bautista came in and took all of them. We have Preston Tucker off the bench now, even though he was killing it in the outfield, but, Acuna took the spot. Tucker's on the bench. They almost demoted him. I hate Bautista being up here. It's the deepest bench that the Braves have had in recent memory, though. It's really impressive. And we have Camargo and Culberson are both 7-position players. We're extremely deep. Number 9, the bullpen hasn't been bad, but it hasn't been good either. If you told me at the beginning of the year that this is how our bullpen was going to be by mid-May, I would have actually been pretty okay with that. That's a good thing. I would have been happy about it. We're good enough to make additions to. We're good enough to know somewhat of the structure for. I've been impressed with Carl. I've been impressed with Minter. I've been impressed with Winkler. Vizcaíno scares me every time, but he seems to be getting the job done. His ERA is really good. So, our bullpen right now is in a position where if you make a big addition to it, it's a good bullpen. So that's a really good place to be in. Number 10, Nick Markakis. Who is this guy? What is this? It's year 4, and then all of a sudden he kicks it into hyperdrive all of a sudden, and I'm not trying to complain, but yeah, come on. What is this, Nick? You wait until year 4 for this? Oh. And to be fair, if Nick had played any better, he probably would have been shipped out of town. So you know what? I guess I'll just have to deal with it. Number 11 is Kurt Suzuki. Kurt Suzuki is killing it. He seems to have taken over the primary catching role, which I'm fine with. I always would have been fine with that. I'm also would have been fine with Tyler Flowers. I am fine with Tyler Flowers having the primary catching role. I like them splitting it. They're both really good. They're both in contract years. I hope that we bring at least one, if not both of them, back. You know, I enjoy having both of them. I'm not jealous of anyone else's catching situation, and I'm also not in a great mood to be handing the staff over to Alex Jackson. So, you know, it would be great to have either Suzuki or Flowers or both back next year. Ender at number 11, Ender Inciarte at the time of this video is hitting 254. He's over his last 19. It's not good, but, you know, I know Ender Inciarte. He'll get hot again. He'll go 3 weeks and he'll hit 500 during it, and he'll be up to 290 in a heartbeat. Number 13, I am shocked and frankly appalled at the discrepancy between our team ERA and our team WHIP. They are not similar at all. We have the 10th best ERA in the league and the 21st best WHIP. Those don't go together. So one of two things is going to happen. One, we keep pitching like we have been pitching, and that ERA is going to shoot up to about 15th, 16th, maybe 21st. Or we stop walking leadoff man, and if we do that, no one will ever beat us again. We'll be unbeatable. Just stop walking the leadoff man. Number 14, our K to walk ratio is the 4th worst in baseball. It's essentially the same thing. Stop it. Stop walking players. This is everyone. This is the pen. This is the staff. Everyone's walking players. Stop it. If you stop it, we're untouchable. Stop. Number 15, Bryce Wilson. All you minor league pitchers gotta chill. You're pitching too good. Stop pitching so good. This is absurd. 0.34 ERA? What? I don't even know what that is. It's not a real thing. So let's just let that go. Bryce Wilson, y'all all chill. This is too much minor league pitching. I don't want to share it, but I don't have spots for everyone. Everyone chill. This is absurd. Bryce, start pitching worse. And number 16, that goes for all of you 2016 draft classes. Stop it. Stop pitching so good. Joey Wentz, Kyle Muller, Bryce Wilson, y'all all calm down. Stop showing up Ian Anderson with a modest 3.81 ERA. At 19 years old, you know what? That's what you should have. A 3.81 ERA is a good ERA for someone that's learning how to be a professional pitcher. Good for you, Ian Anderson. Wentz, Muller, Wilson, calm down. Stop it. This is absurd. Stop pitching so good. I'm irate. Number 17, Tookie Toussaint's WHIP is currently 1.15. We're just going to wait that one out. Number 18, I actually didn't expect this, but Kyle Wright is struggling. You know, on one extent, good. You know, you're supposed to struggle. That's what minor leaguers are supposed to do. Stop paying attention to Bryce Wilson and all those people. You know, you're supposed to have some troubles. On the other, I am a little worried about Kyle Wright. I'm hearing that he's having some control issues along with it, which is actually a little concerning. I'm hoping that he's not having arm troubles to go with it. So, Kyle Wright, I was expecting a little better from. That's the list of 18 things that I've been surprised by. What did I miss? What are you surprised by? What slipped through the cracks of all of the things that have astounded me throughout this season? Surely there are things that have slipped by. What are the things that you are shocked by in the 2018 Braves season? Do tell.